Hey guys, this is me back on H and today I'm gonna be shooting a video on my painting process on how I do my digital arts. So this is gonna be a voiceover, and in the screen you should be able to see my interface of the software that I use for painting, and which is Adobe Photoshop. It's an old version that my dad had. So either way, there is how I started. I made a lot of circles because it's very hard to make circles, and now I'm making the planes with the blue pen. Now I'm doing the line works. So this video is a sped up version of me painting for 3 hours non-stop. It literally took me 3 hours, and it's compressed into 15 minutes of clip without any cuts, by the way. So yeah, this is what I do. I do the line works. They do take a lot of time because line works are not easy to do. Now you just have to be pretty good at it with a lot of practice. Either way, that's how I do my sketching part, where I figure out the planes. I save the Photoshop because just don't forget to save your files, otherwise I've had experiences where I forgot to save and the entire progress went to like 0. That would be the most saddest experience you'll get while painting, so be careful about that. Make sure to use a shortcut on your tablet if you have buttons in there, just so you keep on pressing the Ctrl S. Alright, either way, that's the line works. I finished the line works. Now I should probably go into the painting process pretty soon. Probably I watched this video for a couple of times. It's me painting, but it's somewhat satisfying to see yourself paint as well. So yeah, we should be close to the coloring part. Come on. Okay, here it is. So I start with the lasso tool. This one's the magnetic lasso tool, just because it doesn't lag much. And yeah, there it is, me selecting some colors on my palette. Now if you've noticed, my color palette mostly includes the top part of the top spectrum of the orange color, and that is because I've studied Sam Does Art's work, and most of his works are at the top of the palette if his painting skin. So yeah, I just took inspiration from Sam, and now I'm still continuing to add more shadows. I did the layer 1 and layer 2 shadows. This is probably the 3rd layer of the shadows to make it a bit more darker. Now here's the final glow touch-ups. I'm pretty sure there's probably one more layer of shadow I will do just to make it more pop out and to make it more darker. Yeah, there it is. So I'm adding a shadow underneath the face for the neck part, and yeah, it's looking pretty good for now, and I'm quite impressed. And now I'm using Airbrush for blending. Before Airbrush, I used to use like opacity blending method, in which I just decreased the opacity to either 40 or 60% and started blending it that way. But this method is much more superior than that, in my opinion. That method is good if you're painting hair or let's say clothes, but unless you're not doing that, you should probably use the Airbrush to give it more skin-like texture, the smoothness. So that is something I learned after painting for 30 days non-stop as well. Might help you in your journey if you're trying to go digital. Either way, I'm adding some lights right there using more lasso tools, and yeah, that's just what I'm doing. I just go back and modify it, come back, modify it again, and that's what I do. Now I'm adding the final lights for the eyes part, and I think I'll move on to the nose next. And yeah, there it is, the lighting on the nose. I should probably use a bit more brighter white color for the lightings, and outline your lightings with sort of a orangey reddish kind of tone, because I've studied a lot of works and they have like a reddish outline of the blood wherever the sun rays hit. So that's a very good advice as well from a total beginner. I don't know if you should even listen to me for tips. There are awesome teachers out there on YouTube either way. So yeah, there's more. I don't know how to make ears and hands as well as hair, by the way. I've studied skin, but hair and hands like scare me very much. So I add more details in the nose. Very simple method, just using a normal. Oh wait, I'm using a. Why am I using an airbrush for details? Okay, there it is. There it is. I'm using a normal brush now, and I don't even know what this brush is called. I downloaded it from Angel Ganev, and yeah, that's what I use for most of the painting. So I added more lighting there, more glowing touch-ups. Now next up I should move on to, yeah, there it is, more lighting. Now the eyes are gonna be a very interesting part of how I do my painting, because I haven't really seen many eye tutorials, but I use my own method for that. Alright, I think I'll let you guys enjoy some of the tutorial for yourselves while the background music is still playing. So I'll see you when something interesting happens, I guess. Alright, we have reached the 820 mark, and right now what I'm doing is adding more details. So I find this part very interesting, the color dodge method and the burn tool method for like touching up your pieces. So this is what I'm trying to do right now, and I don't know if I've seen anyone do this, but you can use the burn tool to give it more of a luscious feel. I don't know what mine is set on. I think it's on midtones, but either way it works for like to give the nose a bit more orange feeling. And right here I'm doing is experimenting a lot with color dodge, so it's very good if you're wanting to make your character pop out, but it is very deadly in case you overuse it or something like that. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here, and I'm removing some of the color dodge because I overused it in around these parts where I don't know if it's the left or the right, but either way that's what I'm doing right here, and adding more details in the layer above the color dodge, because color dodge is gonna ruin some of your parts and you need to make one more layer above just to fix those parts. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I think adding more shadows, yeah, just the usual stuff. Now I'm gonna move on to the hair part after this one, which is a bit complicated, and I'm not gonna teach you guys how to make the hair because it's very hard. I'm not good at it either, so yeah, I'm not gonna give any tips on here. It's just gonna ruin your style if I do. So here's what I did for the clothes: just some random splotches of paint. Yeah, just some ordinary cloth painting methods that I used. Is it opacity? No, I'm still using airbrush. I should have used opacity method for clothes, but it's all good. Yeah, there it is. I'm using the burn tool once more to darken some places, to separate it and give it more of a contrasty feeling. Now I'm doing the earphones, which is gonna take a lot of time, and cliche enough, I have them right here, but these are not really earphones. These are just ordinary AirPods. So either way, this part took a lot of time. I don't know, it should not have taken me a lot of time just to make one single earphone. Oh my god, okay. There it is. So moving on to the strings. Final string done. Now should be the hair, right? Come on. Alright, there it is. Now we're gonna do the background pretty much. And right here I'm using a custom brush from Angel Gannet as well. That's very good for backgrounds and hair textures. So I don't know if I can link it in the description because I don't really have the proper link. But here's me doing hair. Now I'm gonna cut straight to the end because my video is gonna cut to the end because I don't want to talk about how I do the hair. It's a very random and weird process and doesn't work for everyone. So just enjoy me painting hair once more, and I'll see you when all of this is done. Alright, we're at another mark. We're at 15 minutes and 13 seconds in, and I'm adding my signature down there, but I didn't really like it, so I removed it and just put my watermark in there. And here it is, my final product, and it's slowly zooming towards the screen. It's pretty creepy, probably a bit disproportionate, but it is what it is. So that is how the final product turned out. You can check out the Instagram for a full picture if you want to make use of it, or I don't know, you can do whatever you want with it. But the reference on the background is, the reference I used is from Xiaoji. It's pronounced Xiaoji. So he or she painted the piece that I used as reference for this one. I just thought I needed to point it out because I forgot to do that in the beginning. So that's about it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you got some inspiration to do some arts. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow my Instagram, tell me what to do in the next video, and see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.